Welcome to Oils and Romance. Now, this talk isn't just for women who are having issues in the bedroom, because everyone could use some tips and do something different. So don't think you should only watch this if there's a problem. You should watch this no matter what. If you have a partner or want to get a partner, watch this. All right, so who am I? I am Tamara Camo. I'm a board certified gynecologist, but I've also studied aromatherapy and nutrition, naturopathic medicine, and a lot of different alternative medicines. And I'm not here to diagnose or treat or cure any condition. None of the products here are approved to cure any disease. This is just information for your education. So welcome to the class. Now, oils. What are oils? Chances are you already use them, but probably not in the oil form. If you've had oregano, if you've had peppermint, if you've had an orange peel or used it in your cooking, this is where we get the oils from. You've used them in a different form, but you can get hundreds of oranges and squeeze all the oil out of their peel and put it in a jar and have a very powerful way to use the oil. When you have an orange peel, you have to eat it. But when you have an oil, you can diffuse it. You can wear it topically. You can use it in food. And it penetrates differently when you're using it in the oil form versus in like oregano. If you pull it from your yard, you're going to eat it. You can't diffuse it, and you probably wouldn't wear it topically. But if you have it in oil form, it's just a lot more versatile. You can also get capsules of certain things. You can get peppermint capsules, but it's also convenient to be able to use it topically or add it to water and drink it. So this particular company has a vitality line where they've labeled all of the oils that you could use in food preparation. We're not discussing them in this talk necessarily, but if you did want to use the oil, let's say you're making your own lubricant and you want it to be flavored like peppermint, you can use an oil that's safe to be used in that way. I have been using essential oils for over a decade. When I did my naturopathic medical degree, I took a class on aromatherapy and I had to make all of these different preparations. And so that was like probably the first set of oils that I purchased. Then I wanted to try more oils. So I go online and find all of these oils that had really good reviews and buy lavender from one company and lemon from another company. And so I ended up with this huge collection of oils. And over time, I decided which brands I liked and which ones I didn't like. And once I found Young Living, I decided that was the one that was just the most consistently accurate as far as what I wanted to accomplish and how I thought things should smell. So let me show you my testimonial.
Hi, I have to confess that I'm a hoarder. This is my bag of all of the different essential oil brands that I have tried. Not every essential oil, because there are many, many more. But this is one bottle of every different brand I've ever tried. So sometimes I tell people that I want them to start using essential oils for relaxation or some particular purpose. And they're like, oh, I'll just go to the store and find some oil. And I tell them the oils at the store say for aromatic use only, don't put them on your skin or don't eat them. And I like oils that are, so it took me a long time to look at every single brand and figure out which ones were good and which ones are bad. Because some of these oils in this bag are straight trash. They're horrible. And some of them are halfway decent. But of course, over time, I developed a preferred brand.
And the other thing is, I'm a gynecologist, so I tell people to put oils in a lot of different, use them in a lot of different ways. And if you were to use one in your intimate area, you wouldn't necessarily want one that had used like some sort of alcohol to extract it or You don't want one that smells like gasoline. So like this, like I said, there's certain brands that I find are more appropriate to use. If you can eat it, it's probably pure enough to put anywhere. But if they say, oh no, don't put it on, you might not want to be putting it in certain places. Quality matters. We went through that. What I see most frequently when people have a low sex drive, and I see this in all ages, women who are pregnant, people right after they've had a baby. There's a lot of hormonal component to libido. And if you really go back and think about it, nature allows for men to have a sex drive every day. Every single day they can reproduce. Women are fertile for a certain portion of the month, but not every day. Nature doesn't necessarily need for you to be wanting to have sex 30 days a month when you can only get pregnant 7 days a month. And that 7 days is when you ovulate, right? So anyone who's not ovulating could tell me that their sex drive is not present at all. Like most people, they're used to, oh, sometimes in the mood, sometimes I'm not in the mood. But when you're on a birth control pill, it stops ovulation. So it's not inconceivable that you would not be in the mood a lot of the time. When you go through menopause, you're not ovulating. As you age, your ovulation becomes irregular. When you're stressed, that could affect your hormones and also your ovulation. And then just there's also other mood issues if you're anxious or angry or depressed, or a lot of different things can be going on, or just way too busy, that can affect it. And if someone's had a history of trauma, that also can affect their relationship with their partner and with just having sex in general. So there are many different essential oils that even if you're on birth control or hormones or having menopause, they're okay to use. So joy is the one that's pictured here, but there's also acceptance. There's one called trauma life for people who want to go that route. There's one called release for like release of different tensions. So there's a lot of different options as far as getting yourself in the emotional place that you need to be in order to have a healthy relationship with romance. And we will go through some of the hormonal oils in the other slides. Just like men have to make romantic gestures and bring flowers and do certain things, a woman can too. Set the time, write it down, get off work early so you can get yourself in the right frame of mind before your husband gets home. Maybe if he's really busy and isn't always initiating things, you can get your diffusers out and set the room, put something in the diffuser that smells really good, and he won't even know what's going on. But that's the fun thing about diffusing an oil. It affects everybody in the room. It affects your pets. It affects you. It affects your mate. And if you have a nice calming oil going on, it just changes the whole dynamic. Another thing is shaving. So you definitely want to not have razor bumps and itching and issues after you shave. So here's a nice oil that leaves your skin soft and smooth and helps you avoid some of the issues that you could have with shave preparations that have more chemicals in them. Also, getting ready for date night. Young Living has a lot of products that are good for your skin that don't have a lot of chemicals. When your husband's kissing you, you don't want him to be ingesting chemicals. I love their lip balm. I love it. It smells good. If you're licking your lips, and we lick our lips and swallow things all day long, do you want to swallow petroleum jelly? Do you know how much petroleum jelly we have all swallowed because we've had lipstick and they're always putting petroleum jelly in it? And petroleum jelly doesn't like come out of your body really easy. It's oil. It's been in the earth for billions of years. So, you don't want that in your body. So that's the first cosmetic I have people change is what they put on their lips. Next is eyes, because that goes straight into your body also. But everything you put on your skin matters. And when you're getting glamorous, you want to kind of think about trying to be more healthy. Now, we said we were going to talk about hormones, and progesterone is a very important hormone for being romantic. So, first, the one thing I tell people about progesterone that convinces them to start using it is that progesterone is very important for skin elasticity. And people are like, yeah, what does that mean? So when your face starts to sag, it's not just wrinkles. Wrinkles is one thing, and that's more of an estrogenic effect, but progesterone is like your skin snapping back. So when our chin starts to kind of droop a little bit, if your skin snapped back, it wouldn't do that. When your breasts start to travel downward, that skin elasticity. And it's not just the places you see where you're elastic, it's also places that you do not see where you need snapback. Okay. Now, progesterone is also your relaxing and calming hormone. It calms us enough so we can get a good night's sleep. So I like progesterone. And this wild yam extract also has essential oils in it. It smells really good, has a nice fragrance. Where can you put it? You can put it anywhere. I use it a lot in my neck area because that's just an area that's really hard to treat, but you could put it anywhere you feel like you need elasticity. Other hormones. So the two preparations they've made for more female balancing hormones are lady sclerol and sclorescence. Lady sclerol smells like a perfume. I like it. I use it as a fragrance. So if you needed to replace your current fragrance or have something that you can carry in your purse to reapply throughout the day, lady sclerol is a great way to go. Sclorescence is my favorite. It's got a lot of oils that are good for your skin, but also, let's say some women avoid their husbands because if he cuddles with you at night, you get real hot. I mean, men are hot, and then if you're already perimenopausal or menopausal, you get hot very easily. And I find that sclorescence really helps people manage their symptoms better. So sclorescence is your friend and it's very good for your skin. So if you make it a part of your daily morning or night routine, that's going to be a good thing for you. And who's in the mood when they're all sweaty? Well, you get sweaty later, but you don't want to start that way. Oils to get you in the mood. Endoflex is one of the oils or the blends that helps you with your endocrine glands. Like it supports your thyroid, your adrenal gland, and your other hormonal glands. So if you're tired, usually your glands are kind of dragging and tired also. So you definitely want to use this to support them. Dragon time, some women have, throughout the month, we don't all have the same mood. We have different periods of time where we might be more on edge or irritable, and dragon time is a very good blend for that. Ylang ylang, for hundreds of years, we've thought of it as an aphrodisiac oil. And so that's a great one to have around. That would be like my number one oil to have, or I would find a blend that had ylang ylang in it. So for the man, Young Living has a lot of oils that are wood. Golden rod, have to like think about those words and interpret what it could be doing. Idaho blue spruce is highlighted as one of the oils that boosts male hormones. But really, I tell people all the spruce and fir and cypress and Palo Santo, anything that is a wood is very male friendly. It helps them. It's very male supportive. So cedar wood, anything that's woody is helpful. And that's used in a lot of male fragrances and a lot of male colognes because those types of oils bring out their pheromones. And nutmeg, it's a hard nut. So go somewhere with that. Your Shutran man. So Shutran is the male This is actually the oil that they made to has the frequencies of male pheromones in it, and it kind of helps men with their maybe their confidence. It's got a lot of the woody oils in it. Smells really good. They made a whole line of products around this. They have the shave oil, they have a body wash. This is the male fragrance. If you find that your man used to have a more interest in the past than now, this would be a good thing to have him use on a regular basis because it would be helpful. And as men age, they need support also. So this is a good way to incorporate it without having him think too hard about it. So gender neutral oils. I would say all of the oils are kind of gender neutral. I mean, there's a couple that are targeted towards men, but I'll be honest, I really like the Shutran. I keep it around my house for my personal use. I like the Valor. Well, it's neutral, but I mean, I like Valor. So I like a lot of the oils that are geared towards men. So they're all kind of unisex in my book. But Sensation, there's a whole line of Sensation. So they've got a massage oil. So if you really need a nice, sexy massage oil, that's it. They have the Sensation, just regular oil, and they have a Sensation body wash. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use Sensation daily. Oh, they also have Valor. So Valor is another one of the gender neutral oils. It's marketed towards men, but a lot of women I know use it, and they have the Valor bar of soap. So, Valor comes in a couple of different ways also. Mister. So Mister is the one that's definitely marketed towards men. It was formulated balance the male energy. And I will tell you that if I've had men try the Shutran, the Valor, and the Mister. I'll take it and I'll say, hey, smell all three and tell me what you think. And the Shutran and Valor are more like I could wear this daily as my fragrance. And the Mister is more if I find a man who's got like needs prostate support. Most men over 50 should be on the lookout for how their prostate is behaving. They're going to the doctor to have it checked every year. And I think Mister is a really good oil for male genital urinary maintenance. This is definitely a must to have around. And if your prostate's not healthy, that whole system gets thrown off and we don't want to travel that path. Getting the best deal on the oils. Most people don't want to pay full price when they can get everything at a discount. There's a lot of different options to get a good deal. Some of the oils that are mentioned in the class I have here. In my book, Menopause Essentials, I have a lot of information about a section on oils that boost testosterone, oils that help with estrogen support, oils that help with stress, oils that help with libido. So there's different sections that are, and it gives you more options on different things that you could do. And then here's a summary of the oils. If you were to place an order that was more than 100 points in product value, you would get free shipping and you would unlock the 24% discount. Or if you set up a subscribe and save account, which means you would get a shipment every month or every 2 months or at some regular interval, then that also unlocks the 24% discount for you. So get with the person who sent you this video and ask them how to join their team. Thank you for listening.